Imagine a world with flourishing ecosystems. A world that thrives on clean energy. Here, farms are nurtured by stable weather patterns, and all material is produced with a circular lifespan. Can such a world really exist?
The Sustainability 100 Plus program, an initiative between AB InBev and News 18 Network, aims to turn this vision into reality. Dive with us into these stories about creating real impact on the ground.
From a startup solving for a key component in the electrification puzzle, a tech leader working to locally build affordable and efficient EVs, and an NGO on a mission to help reforest the country. This is where we talk about solutions, where progress takes root, and where change becomes a shared reality. This is Act for Impact. When we talk about climate change, we often hear the term tipping point. But what is this tipping point? The Earth's atmosphere sieves just the right amount of heat from the sun, allowing diverse life forms to exist in perfect balance. But since the 1990s, India's energy production has increased more than 6 times. And as our energy needs increase, so do greenhouse gas emissions, disrupting the protective sieve and causing the balance to tip over. But technology is revolutionizing the way we use and store energy. Computers, cell phones, cars, servers are unthinkable without one component that fuels them, their batteries. And the most widely used batteries are lithium-ion batteries, which end up in landfills at end of life. Lithium is a metal extracted from the Earth's crust through a highly polluting process. With aggressive extraction, the world could face a shortage of lithium by 2025. Taking on the challenge and finding the solution in circularity is BATX, a startup that recycles lithium from used lithium-ion batteries.
Yeah, when we have started, we were not knowing even what is lithium-ion battery, and now we are recycling around 400 metric tons of batteries every month.
Vision is to recycle each and every battery in the world, and it is just the beginning.
In 2016, we were building the electric car, and in that whole project, when we were designing and doing everything, we realized that lithium-ion batteries are an important element in electric car. And I asked Utkarsh that I want a lithium-ion battery.
That is where he, being the technical genius, always comes with all surprising, requirements. So he said he wants a lithium-ion battery way back in 2017. Trust me, I really worked it out, but I couldn't find it. Then we backtracked and realized, first, we need to solve the problem of the metal that is lithium, cobalt, and nickel. And the only way India can have these metals is by recycling them.
In these batteries, there is something which we can do because it is not being available in India, the manufacturing is not being done in India. And that's how the ideation of lithium-ion battery and the materials was started. So first step is to neutralize the charge inside the batteries, which is called discharging process. And then we take it to the plant, which is called black mass production plant. The battery will go into the conveyor, and there is a shredding unit, crushing unit, a mechanical operation in terms of airflow separation, density separation. So these are some physical processes to separate your cathode and anode material. So cobalt, nickel, manganese, and the packaging material like casing of the battery. In that plant, the powder is being separated. Next step is the powder which is being extracted, which is typically called black mass, and that black mass goes to chemical processing unit, where we extract the lithium like lithium, cobalt, nickel, manganese.
Let's say if you mine the material, first of all, it's a cycle of 9 months from mining to the material reaching into the battery packs, where in recycling, it can just be done in 3 months. If you compare the harm that mining is creating on the environment, approximately mining produces 61% more carbon emissions compared to recycling. The water utilization for mining of lithium is approximately 5 lakh liters to mine 1 ton of lithium, whereas in recycling it is just 1000 liters.
The recycled metals are sent to lithium-ion battery manufacturers, ready to be used in new lithium-ion batteries.
So you can very well imagine that how hazardous it is to keep mining and depleting the resources of the earth versus recycling, which we call as urban mining. So I think the future ahead is all about circularity.
By sustainably recycling metals from lithium-ion batteries, BATEX is putting India on the path towards cleaner energy.
Today we have a capacity of 5,000 metric tons processing per year, and next 5 years we have a target that we will recycle around 1 lakh metric ton of batteries per year.
I think vision is to recycle each and every battery in the world, and it is just the beginning. So I would say right now we are at 1 and we have to go to 10. So therefore we are working day and night to achieve our goals.
Recycled lithium batteries can be used to power the next wave of sustainable transportation, electric vehicles. Today, transportation accounts for nearly 15% of all emissions. And road transport like cars, bikes, and buses contributes more than 3/4 of all transport-related emissions. In a way, we have mini power stations chugging along our roads, since cars generate energy by constantly burning fuel. For a cleaner energy future, one with lower emissions, we need to replace these internal combustion engines with batteries. Batteries that can be charged with renewable energy, eliminating the need to burn fossil fuels for transportation. Electric vehicles based on such technology are less polluting and have a lower running cost, but usually have a higher price tag than conventional fossil fuel-based vehicles. And it is this higher cost that is a major reason why electric vehicles are still not nearly as popular as they need to be. Despite recent tech advances, manufacturing cheap and efficient EVs is still a hard nut to crack. Because making big enough batteries to power something like a car or a scooter is complicated business. It requires a plethora of materials that have to be sourced from across a winding supply chain, material that then needs to be put together carefully. An Indian company that is taking on the challenge of manufacturing high-quality batteries locally is Ola Electric. Started as a ride-hailing app in 2010, Ola forayed into manufacturing electric two-wheelers in 2017. Soon the company became India's largest seller of electric scooters. But to decarbonize the entire transportation sector, any seller of two-wheelers must compete with ICE manufacturers on price. Ola's way of doing this is by integrating its business and transforming itself into a battery manufacturer. At its Bengaluru-based Battery Innovation Center, Ola employs more than 1,000 researchers and PhDs to test and develop the best-in-class cells and batteries, and is all set to start industrial-scale manufacturing at its upcoming gigafactory. With an initial production capacity of 1.5 gigawatts, which is enough to power 750,000 Ola scooters every year, by replacing imported batteries with the ones produced locally. Ola says it can reduce costs by another 25%, helping more and more people make the electric choice and in turn decarbonizing our planet. But Ola's efforts are not limited to making batteries cheaper by producing them locally. Its automated assembly line at the Future Factory in Krishnagiri, Karnataka, is at the core of its efforts to make long-range and efficient two-wheelers. Thanks to this assembly line, Ola is able to produce the largest number of electric vehicles in India, churning out an impressive 1 million scooters every year. And unlike most other factories in India and the world, Ola's Future Factory is run entirely by women. In an industry as dynamic and fast-evolving as EV manufacturing, finding the right workers can be a major hurdle to cross. But Ola seems to be overcoming this seamlessly. Its secret recipe? Valuable and consistent training. Apart from manufacturing electric vehicles in an affordable and efficient way, helping consumers charge these at ease is also a concern. Because beyond cost, range anxiety is the biggest concern for someone choosing between an ICE vehicle and an EV. Ola understands this concern, which is why it has already put in place 1,000 fast chargers across the country and soon aims to provide a total of 10,000 charging points, helping EV users travel up to 50 kilometers with just 20 minutes of charging. The charging infrastructure that Ola is building is a part of its integrated business model, because Ola isn't just manufacturing electric vehicles, it is building a whole electric ecosystem. That is why the company also operates its own distribution and service centers, a unique feat in the automobile industry. Recently, some concerns around unresolved service requests made headlines, following which Ola has partnered with a leading global consultancy to revamp its after-sales vertical, allowing the company to focus on the big picture, electrifying the world with affordable and reliable EVs. While a clean energy future is inevitable without innovation and new technologies, even now trees are still our best bet to keep the atmosphere clean and healthy. Annually, the global green cover sequesters 7.6 billion metric tons of CO2, making trees the natural batteries that keep our atmosphere running. However, we're losing them at an alarming rate. Tree planting is often disorganized in our cities. Saplings planted by citizens are often left uncared for, or are even removed due to conflicts over land use, making it difficult for individuals to take action. Like, when was the last time that you planted a tree?
Last time tree plant,
Back in school when I was studying.
Rose bush on my birthday.
2 years back.
Tree.
I don't know.
Let me guess. Can't remember.
Spin.
I think
I planted a tree in 5 minutes.
Problem in tree planting space back in 2012, it was quite unorganized and there was lack of transparency, because in a day people would plant millions of trees, but then you would not know how many of them have survived next year. So with that mission, we started off. We created this online platform called www.sankalptaru.org. Users can come, donors can come. On different occasions, they can plant trees, be it their birthday or marriage anniversary or a memorial tree they wish to plant.
With Sankalp Taru's Plant a Tree initiative, you can plant a tree while sitting at home. Once a request is received, the on-ground team will plant a tree at the selected location, geotag it, and share the credentials with you.
जैसे ही हम लोगों को अपडेट मिलती है कि कोई ऑनलाइन प्लांटेशन करना चाह रहा है, तो हम लोग यहाँ से प्लांट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करते हैं। तो हम उसको पूरा प्रोसेस करके बताते हैं कि ये प्लांट हम इस तरीके से लगाते हैं।
Then we geotag and photograph each and every tree which they have planted and upload it on the server, and then there is a surprise mail or a WhatsApp message which goes back to the donor saying, hey, your tree was just planted at so and so place, here is the photograph of your tree, here's the location. We also share the photograph and details of the beneficiary whom they have supported. It could be any farmer or it could be any panchayat. Now we are putting a lot of sensors on ground so that we can really track the progress of our plantations. We can track the impact of our plantations, which can be further communicated to our donors as well, so that they know that these small saplings which they have planted are being taken care of nicely.
The initiative has helped remove 3.5 million tons of carbon from the atmosphere and has helped local farmers earn an additional 250 crore rupees.
Fight against climate change and global warming, I believe it starts from individuals. If we have to really make this planet greener, cleaner, and prosperous, tree plantation is one of the best contributions one can make. So far, we have planted and survived more than 7 million trees. Every click which has come as part of the contribution has made a significant